Politico Politica with Isabella Akinseye.
You're still tuned in to Politico Politica with me, your host, Isabella Akinseye. Before the break, we discussed nation building and building the nation state of Nigeria. Now we turn our focus to Emmanuel's journey into politics. So has it always been politics for you?
Yeah, because, from when I was a student, being a class rep and then becoming a school rep, as we call prefect, to my journey in civil society work, development work, even in church. I've always been part of, getting elected, taking responsibility. So my journey in politics is not always just in terms of governance in the country, but at every level of life, I've played a leadership role, politically.
So you've always submitted yourself to leadership, to service?
Oh yes, from the age of about 8-9 years old.
Do you think Nigeria is ready for a young president?
Yes, Nigeria's always had a young president, or as it were, until recently, after 99, we've always actually had younger people leading or driving the interests of this country. Even though, things didn't go as planned for many reasons, Nigeria is ready for a young president. The only challenge is that who is not ready for the young president? Those who in the last 50, 60 years have remained turn Nigeria into an enterprise to furnish themselves and their family and sustain their profiting from the Nigerian enterprise. Those are the ones who are not ready for a younger person, because it means restructuring the political space. It means a democratic revolution. It means bringing in new people and sharing the resources of this country for the benefit of all. So that, for example, is the persons or the individuals who are not ready for a younger president.
So you're running under the Change Nigeria Party, CNP. What political ideologies do you share?
I think our ideology is the ideology that every Nigerian is born equal and they must have equal opportunities to the resources of Nigeria, that every Nigerian should have equity and a benefit of fairness, that jobs should not be an Herculean task to create, and not just jobs, but meaningful jobs, that every woman should have a right to her reproductive health. Every Nigerian actually should have a right to a house, to a home. Mortgage should be affordable and available. Everybody should have access to universal health care. People should be able to buy the phone they want. They should be able to buy the car they want. They should be able to go on vacation when they want to. That the right to life of every Nigerian should be enforceable. Our ideology as a party is that the Nigerian should be at the center of governance and public policy making. And implementation above all is what makes the difference. And that finally, I need to tell you something, by the way, when it comes to what our ideology is. Our ideology is that in this country, man no man should be a thing of the past. You mustn't know or have the proximity of leadership to get somewhere.
So some will say that, do you really stand a chance running under a new party? I mean, people will argue that it's a two-horse race between the APC and the PDP. So would you say you're open to a coalition?
Change Nigeria Party is not open to a coalition except coalitions of Nigerians. And I need to clarify this because, you see, it's a paradox. We are saying we want something new. We want a new face, a new energy, and then we are saying it's a party of two, it's a game of two. Then it's a paradox. Then we are not sure what we really want. But I think that the largest population of people don't have a voice. They don't have a platform to speak. That's why it comes across as though these are the two people in the game. The people that say they are the two people are the loudest. They're the ones who have the media. They won't have the Twitter, the game, what do you call it, the advertising companies. They have the money to spend. That's why it looks like they're the two biggest ones in the game. They are not. The heartbeat of the nation is changing.
So do you think the structures are there in your party to ensure victory at the polls?
People keep saying structure, structure, structure. What is structure? Structure is people. Structure is the demographic prevalence in terms of who will vote, and who they want to vote for. That's the structure, my sister.
Are you present in every state of the federation?
Everywhere there is a Nigerian, Change Nigeria Party is there. That's it. Because, listen, everywhere there's a Nigerian who says, I won't change. Every day where there's a Nigerian young person who doesn't have a job. Everywhere there's a Nigerian who is having difficulty to pay for hospital bills. Or somebody is dying because they get pregnant as a woman. Or there's somebody who cannot afford to pay for school fees. Or cannot afford a home. There's a fisherman somewhere who is struggling and suffering in poverty. That is the structure of the party. Those are our electorate. Those are people that are going to vote for us. So don't you see that we actually have structures everywhere?
Well, you're going to tell me more about your plans for Nigeria on our Project Nigeria segment, which is coming up very shortly.
Thank you.
We'll be taking a quick break on Politico Politica, but don't go anywhere because it promises to be an engaging discussion on our Project Nigeria segment coming up after this break.